Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy King J, and we have a different type of video today. We have none other than Perfect Legend. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, man? Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's a pleasure, man. So, with this video, I wanted to talk about, a lot of people talk about, the 13-0 and stuff like that. And me personally, as a tournament player,
Hot topic.
yeah, it's been a hot topic for a very long time. And, sometimes people say certain things like, he's washed up, or
I am though, man.
nah, you gotta, they say stuff like, you're washed up, or they say certain things like, just, I know it must be a lot of, abuse, verbal abuse online because you lost 13-0. But I'll give a little quick run through for the people that don't know. Obviously, Perfect Legend fought Sonic Fox before. Sonic Fox won 13-0, and ever since then there's always been something of, oh yeah, he lost 13-0, oh yeah, he's not good, this, that, other. Bearing in mind, obviously, Sonic Fox is very good at fighting games, but also Perfect Legend is very good as well. These things can actually happen to anyone, any tournament player that is on the battlefield.
Anybody.
It can happen to absolutely anyone. But I'm gonna make you, Perfect Legend, take the floor and just tell me exactly what happened with the 13-0.
Yeah, the shortest version is I let myself play a matchup that was really lopsided, like character wise. So like the strategies just weren't compatible. I mean, it sounds like excuses, but in fighting games, there's this thing called like legacy bad matches where even in Street Fighter, right, they banned ST Akuma because he was too powerful. Like he destroyed the entire cast. So there are a lot of matchups that like that are kind of hidden throughout a lot of competitive fight games, but Kung Lao versus Kitana is one of them. Like since MK2, Kung Lao versus Kitana has always been tough because he's the type of character to be mobile, be around in the air and stuff, like dive kicks, teleport. But Kitana, she can control all that just by throwing fans and stuff. Well, in this particular version of the game, they have buffed Kitana for a very short period of time because when MKX released, she wasn't that good or considered good at all. And a lot of Katana players complained and complained until she got buffed. But they didn't buff her until right after the Tanya patch. So Tanya was another DLC character that was like really strong. But they was like, all right, well, we're going to nerf her and then we're going to make another character strong so that we have someone to fight against her. That character was Katana. So Katana was probably the strongest she has ever been in any of the NRS games, period. And I allowed myself to play against that versus one of the best players ever. So that match was so hard because of that. Like, and what made it difficult, so Katana could just erase the options of Kung Lao. So if I block one of her strings, I have to just stand there and block the whole time. If I press a button, I lose 50%. If I just keep blocking, then she keeps gaining meter and chipping me out, and there's nothing I can do. So I have to start making like really bad reads or Hail Mary reads just to get out of the situation, and she can capitalize on that. And it's really tough. So you're probably like, why don't you use a different character? At the time, I wasn't really in a position to where I could like sit and practice. I was in and out of like traveling and stuff. I couldn't really like lab and practice mode at home. I didn't have a setup. I might have my Xbox, but no like monitor or anything. So in between like going to tournaments, I would be like on different shows. Like I was on Legends of Gaming at the time, and I was coaching other players, and we were doing like a whole like variety game show. So during that time, I was out for like 2 weeks and wasn't really able to play the game. So after that, we had decided to play. So there was like a week the time between that and when I went to the event. So I mean, this is all my fault too. I mean, like there's no one else's fault other than me to not be preparing properly at that time. But
Right.
that's why. So even though I was like, yeah, I'll accept the match,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like, hey, maybe I can get some practice or quick practice versus Katana and still be able to do fine. But I wasn't expecting to win at all because I know how bad the match was. Like I played it with Sonic at ESL in casuals and in tournament, and then all the characters that I thought I would use a counter pick her, for some reason in that update they all had some glitch. Like Raiden's 412, they removed it from being a mid. It used to be a mid. It became a high. And then for Scorpion, he couldn't do any damage above 20%. Like there was some glitch to keep his damage low. I don't know what that was. So out of the characters I was using, which was Lao, Raiden, and Scorpion, that's why I just stuck to Lao. Now I could have used Kenshi, but I wasn't even thinking about that character at that time. like I use them now. But that's why I was like as in the prepared spot that I was in, because honestly, I almost lost to a Shinnok player when I came back. So it wasn't just Sonic; it was just like overall, I wasn't playing the game as much, and I don't know. But it was crazy because as soon as I landed to Summer Jam, they were trying to get me to play as soon as I walked through the door, and I literally just got there, like off the plane, and I was like, I thought we were going to play the next day at like 9 o'clock, and also that we didn't even play at 9; they had us play at midnight. So when I got eliminated from the tournament, I thought they was going to be like, oh, PL's washed, he's not going to play, and call it off. Like, no, they still was like, no, you're going to play. So they ran like some Marvel exhibition first, and they did ours. But at that point, I thought it was over. I was eliminated from the tournament. I wasn't even thinking about it no more. But I was like, you know what? I'll still show up and play. So hopefully they like nerfed this character or something. But they took that and they was like, boom, PL sucks, blah blah blah. Like everybody was going in, and that was the part to me that really stood out. It wasn't. I don't care about losing. Look, the night before I won my first Evo, I lost 20-0 to DOA Master. Okay. I do not care about losing. I look at that like, okay, if I lose here, I either get to see one, what I could have done in the matchup, or two, if it's really that bad, or three, the devs see it and be like, all right, we can't let this stay in the game, and then change it for down the line, because they've been doing that to me too. In Injustice, when I was playing Scorpion, I was beating people with the character so bad, they nerfed the character. Like, they totally gutted him. He became the worst character in all of Injustice. But that didn't have the katana, so I was like, okay, that little backfired a little bit. I mean, she wasn't a super S+ tier, but she's definitely like still a really strong character in the game. But I wouldn't say she's a top 5 or anything right now. But yeah, I think it all worked out in the end as far as that goes, like, the character and stuff. But it didn't matter, because when that character got nerfed, they was like, all right, here's Alien, here's Triborg, here's what. Tanya was still good. I wouldn't say she was broke, but it's just that I guess I was trying to control the meta in a way. I don't know.
I hear you. So obviously, all right. So obviously, the 13-0 happened. Obviously, for people that don't know, obviously, it's when you have 13 consecutive wins and the other person don't get 0. So obviously, that's considered as a clean sheet. So obviously, people would be like, oh wow, like, he lost, he's no match, all of these type of things that go on. Obviously, it's been going on for years. When did that 13-0 exactly happen? What year was it? Do you know?
2015.
2015.
Yeah, in August.
Yeah, so that was 2015 in August. And do you still get those type of comments happening now in 2021?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day, yeah. Every day. No, I'm not joking. You can go look at any of my YouTube and you'll see a comment in there.
So how does that play on ones that like mental health and stuff like that? Because obviously, it is mental health month or week. I don't even know if it's mental health month or week. But yeah, it's something that I kind of wanted to touch on, because obviously when these things happen, it kind of, you remember, you're out there, you're a pro player, Mortal Kombat. You played Injustice as well, right? Or was it just
yes? I play everything, man. Honestly, I have a tournament result in like almost every game that I played.
Exactly. You was actually placing. So imagine now this has happened. Me personally, I don't think 13-0 means anything. I've lost to a legendary player called Starscream 34-4. And that was me putting myself out there, like this was in Tekken Tag 2. He was up there. I wanted to just get the experience, like I was like, like I really wanted to go there. I lost 34-4. That didn't mean anything to me. And then even like there's a player called The Truth. This was in a tournament called Hype Spotting. It was in Scotland. I lost to him 17-0 in casuals. 17-0, like absolutely wiped the floor with me. And then the next day when the actual tournament match happened, I won 3-1. So
yeah, that's all that matters is the tournament, man.
That's what I'm saying. So like when people are looking at certain things like this and they're saying, oh, 13-0 means that you're washed up and stuff like that, it doesn't mean anything. But scrap that part. I just want to know how you feel mentally. Is it mentally draining to hear this all the time and not hear anything? Well, you're probably hearing some stuff positive, but it definitely feels like there's probably going to be a lot more negative. And are you still getting any like community backlash or anything like that?
I definitely here's where it actually affects, because like it controls how other people treat me. Like, say people that may want to support me, but they don't because of what somebody else might say or how they might look to somebody else. So before, people used to share my stuff a lot, and when I would post stuff, but this is totally the opposite now. I remember they used to this thing called Follow Friday, and I will always be on the list where they would have it and post for like all community members. I'm like, I don't know if that even happens anymore, but I just remember that happening. It's just like the way other people treat me, and not just like sharing and stuff like that, but just like anything like getting invited to the MK reveal or getting my pass revoked, like stuff like that is weird.
Wait. We gotta slow down. You can't skip past that part. So so like when like MK reviews and stuff like that happens, your pass gets revoked.
Yeah, so they send me an email to go. Still have the email. I still have the ticket and everything. And I posted that I would, had my stuff. I was like, yeah, I'll see you at the reveal, just like everybody else was doing, okay? And I get a call, hey, you gotta take that post down. Hey, we didn't mean to send you your pass, but we'll send it to you later on. But if you don't get to go, then we'll send you some swag from the event. And I'm like, wait, what?
Swear.
So then I'm at home streaming the event and watching everybody else there. I'm like, oh, okay.
No.
It's just, I don't know. It's stuff like that really, I mean, how the audience feels about me is whatever, man. When I first started doing this, I didn't have like an audience per se. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and my friends and wanting to go place well at a tournament or get people into DOA. Like that's what my mindset was. So I can't get beside myself and be like, oh man, I gotta be Mr. Pop. I wasn't Mr. Popular growing up. I don't want to be Mr. Popular. I don't want to be idolized or any of that stuff. I just want to be respected. Yeah. But if people don't respect me, I'm not going to like sit here and go out my way to pussyfoot around people or look for people's respect or anything like that. Like I have a mutual respect for everybody I encounter. Like I'm not going to mistreat people. You know what I'm saying? Like when someone disrespects me, then I may choose to disrespect them back, or I might just like let it go and just keep going. So like when people like me saying comments and stuff, I'm just like, that person's probably going through something and they're probably trying to make me feel bad so they feel like they have some control in their life.
You know what? Sometimes that's the way, sometimes the best way to be. I would say sometimes ignore it. Sometimes you have to pull them up because I feel like trolls, sometimes they feel like they're entitled to have their opinion and just be disrespectful. Sometimes it's not really, they're trying to say what they're saying and try to be constructive about it. It's just, they want to be outright disrespectful. But, you know as well as I do, if you're offline in a tournament, that same person is not even going to bat an eyelid at you. They're not going to say anything to you.
Offline, people don't say anything. So there are some people that are dumb. Like, I was playing Nikki in Injustice Top 64 at EVO, and there was somebody behind us. There's two people directly behind us while we were playing, like as close as like right here, right? And talking loud right behind us. Yeah. We could hear everything they were saying. They're talking about us. It's like, look, can you back up? Like, look, you ain't got to like me or anything, but you are in the way. Yeah. Back up. And they just was being like belligerent about it, but they finally like walked away. But stuff like that. Or one time, now this is before, MKX even came out, but I was at UFGT, which was also known as Combo Breaker now. And I was sitting in the top 8 area, or no, actually in the crowd area with my then girlfriend, and somebody was throwing coins at us. And I can to this day don't know who it was, but like somebody was throwing coins at us.
They were
like just
throwing coins.
Yeah. So like people be being sneaky doing stuff, and to this day I still don't know who it is, but it's just like people be getting out of hand with certain stuff. Now, of course, if I caught them, and it would probably be a different story. But another time, this one dude decided that while I was sitting there eating, I was at TFC, and he put some milk in some condoms and threw it on my table and ran out of the venue into his taxi before he got on the airplane. Like, we're not even joking, this happened.
What?
So it's like, this type of stuff happens, but it's weird, man, because it's a lot of cowards. Don't nobody actually like try to confront me or nothing. It's always something sneaky so they can like duck off or whatever. Not saying that like I'm out here waiting for something to happen because I want something to happen, but it's I don't know, it's weird. And when you see like all the stuff that's been happening with like the school, not the well, not the, I guess school shootings, but event shootings, how we had to start beefing up security and all that stuff. Ain't no telling what would have happened at this point because people hurt people, and for some reason, people are very emotionally attached to that. Me and Sonic playing against each other.
Yeah, no, that sounds absolutely crazy. Actually, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people couldn't even imagine that. Like, I didn't even know it was that deep. I just thought, personally, that you had a 13-0 experience, and that was it. Like, and to be honest with you, like, I'll be honest, to keep it 100%, I don't think you losing 13-0 discredits your credibility as a player or, you know, just as a person. I feel like more time when it comes to like other people, they'll probably look at it and think, oh yeah, he's not good. But then how could you say that? You just gotta look at tournament results, you know? And again, you could ask any tournament player and just ask, oh, have they ever lost on a clean sheet? Doesn't matter. It could be completely...
Everyone does, and for any reason, it could be lopsided matchup, lack of experience, or they just outclass you that time. It can be a bunch of stuff. It's and the thing is, there's always another day. You can always improve. People, I think what it is, some people are so embarrassed to lose that they see that and they're just like projecting. Really.
Right. And they probably think that it's embarrassing. That I don't see it as embarrassing at all. That's just me personally. I don't see it as embarrassing. I just see it as if you lose bad in a matchup, then yeah, like you just have to learn from it. Like, what did you do wrong? This, that, and the other. What could you do? If it's a completely bad matchup, then maybe it's just like about, all right, well, maybe this character ain't for this matchup. And that's one thing that people need to understand. You shouldn't feel embarrassed to lose one-sided in an exhibition match at all. You shouldn't feel that way. And, you know, for all that other stuff with, you know, the trolls doing their stuff, bruh, I don't even know what to even say other than I'm sorry, man. That sounds that I couldn't know. Yeah. I couldn't even understand how your mental would even tolerate that stuff, even up until now. So yeah,
yeah, I'm really cautious around people or just in general. Like I'm always like just watching and trying to feel people's vibes and stuff, just because I never know what someone's thinking or how they're thinking. People smiled in my face and said, you know, a girl can tell me I love you and not talk to me, you know what I'm saying, for weeks. It's people are very finicky. You can never tell what someone's thinking. So I just try to be as cautious as possible and protect what is most important to me when it comes to that. As far as like the in-game stuff, the thing is I've played Sonic after that and beating them. And the thing is like, I wouldn't even bring it up if they wouldn't bring up like future matches. Like I played Sonic and it wasn't like a sanctioned exhibition, but they beat me 13-0 again. It was in the MK11 beta. It was literally my first time playing the game. I didn't have combos. I have anything. I was playing with Scorpion. And they're coming off the reveal experience playing with Scarlet and stuff. And just by fate, we matched up. in the because you know in the beta you can't invite anybody. You just have to go in the queue and the queue sets you up with whoever. And we matched up. Sonic played till he got the 13, quit, posted about it. You don't look like you're gonna do well in this game, etc., etc. And I'm like, this is my first time playing. But then people will get on me about talking about the times we played after that in MKX where I bodied their Tanya and beat their Sector and beat their Cassie, and then we had like a King of the Hill, and I beat them and a bunch of other top players in the same like succession while my arm was broken, by the way, and no one saying anything about that. I uploaded that stuff so people can see it, but no one cares about that. So then I see that it had nothing to do with who was better than who or anything. It was just either they had an agenda against me or they just was there for the blow up. But they didn't care about the next blow up.
Nah, it makes sense. I think take it away from just is just like, yeah, if, 13-0 doesn't mean anything. It's not like it might be a blow up for from there, but that number one, even if it was, and people feel like it was that bad, bro, that was in 2015, but in 2021,
Yeah, dude. We're in a whole new decade.
yeah, that's and all those other stuff as well.
And we
Yeah,
can't even play that version of that game anymore.
see,
The version that we're playing that we can play in MKX is like 3 or 4 versions after that.
crazy, crazy. All right, so to round this up, are you playing MK now? The MK11?
Yeah, dude, I'm playing everything. I'm playing MK11. I'm Valhalla. I'm actually just messing around with MKX every now and then. I'm playing Street Fighter. I'm playing Tekken, um, Dragon Ball. That's those mainly the games I've been playing. Like I would play more if more games were on rollback or the community wise. But I'm mainly playing the main games like that. I'm waiting for Guilty Gear, of course. So it's really just I like being good at all the games that are the main ones being competed in. So just in case I feel like it, I'm like, I'm going to compete in this. I'm going to compete in that. I'm going to compete.
Yeah, no, I get you. So who you playing in MK11 right now?
Kung Lao for sure.
Kung Lao,
Because
yeah.
I'm playing a Buzzsaw variation. Buzzsaw is very strong. It plays very similar to like a MK9 style, except for you have way more control of the hat. And I still like playing Lotus Fist every now and then. Depends on the matchup. You don't want to play the same variations for every character because just how the special move matchups are and the normals and stuff. You want to make sure that you have something that can either deal with everyone or you have a good backup to deal with what your main character can't deal with. Because in tournament, you don't want to be going back and forth like, oh, I'm going to pick this character on this character and that character, because you can't maintain being warm in tournament effectively with how online events are. Because, like, say, tournament starts at 12:30, you won't be done till 7.
Yeah.
And that's if you get top 8. If you say me, right, like, I either get top 8 or I get right outside of it. So, last event, I'm at 13th or 9th or something. So, I got to top 16 in winners to where you win, but then I lost, and then I think I won one more, then I lost. So, but I still had to wait so much time after losing. Like, if you keep winning, it's less time. You might be done in 3 hours.
Yeah.
I hope they do fix online stuff to where instead of a 15-minute wait, it's like a 5-minute wait, because it takes way too long. Because I feel like if we're all playing an online tournament, we should be present the entire time.
No, that makes sense, man. All right, well, Perfect Legend, thank you very much, man, for giving your insight, man. It's good to hear
No problem, man.
what was exactly happening. Nah, no worries, man. It was good to hear exactly what's going on. And again, I just wanted to know how it felt because, sometimes I'll see comments and I'm like, bro, like, I actually want to reach out and just see to him, like, how it actually feels to go through this, how is his mental health going through all of this? Because, yeah, they teach us to have thick skin and stuff like that. Sometimes man is chipping away at the armor anyways. So I just wanted to know, like, what type of stuff is going on where they're trying to chip away from the armor, because you're still getting strong. Like, you might not think it, or you do know, but you're still going strong. You're still doing what you're doing. You're still going at it. So that's the main thing. And yeah, it was just good to kind of get an insight. Now that everyone's got an insight, the crazy stuff that people are trying to do. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But, if for people that want to know your socials and stuff, let them know what you're doing, man.
Oh, well, I'm not streaming every day. Like, I'm trying to space it out so, like, I have time to edit and, like, post other content and stuff. But at least on, like, my Twitter, my YouTube, I'm posting highlights from the stream, or I'll post my thoughts on, like, the new movie that came out. Or I've been doing, I uploaded a top 10 move list for each character that was in the movie. So I look at it like a start pack for anybody that wants to get into the game and not have to go through like so much. You're like, all right, I want to just do what's good. What should I do? It's a pretty good guide for that. And other than that, grinding for every event. So when it comes up, like when CPT comes up, I can play in that. When something for Tekken comes up, I can play in that. Of course, for MK, for the Pro Comp, I'm playing in that. I think I may still be in the top 16, or I might be right outside of it now because I didn't last time. But there's one more qualifier, so if I do well in that, I can submit myself for the region. But if not, there's still Evo coming up, and I'm pretty sure there's more events going on. And helping my team, Proton Gaming, We got Coach Steve, we got Dab, we got Denzel Terry, we got Cool Kid, we got Sledgerin. All those guys putting out great content every day, and they're all playing different games. I know Sledgerin plays Grand Blue, he plays MK. Cool Kids plays Street Fighter and Dragon Ball, and Coach also plays all those games and MK. And we also have Flash, who's just waiting for Guilty Gear to come out because that's his main game, and he's still playing Street Fighter as well. And Dad's playing MK and Apex, so everybody's like doing something. And we got some tournaments going on, a nice tournament platform we have coming up. We're just waiting for our creative tournament format. Well, not the format, but the app to come out, so we can do that. But other than that, just supporting the community, like either by helping with the prize pot or just showing up in general and just helping bring more people into the scene. Because hopefully at the end of this, we can just have a lot of people playing fighting games, just a lot of tournaments. And not that we don't, but just more, I think, is always better.
All right, man. Well, yeah, give them the what's it? Perfect_legend. Let them know, man. Let them know.
Oh yeah. YouTube.com/perfectlegend, Twitch.tv/perfectlegend. And then you want to see like what I do on Instagram is the Real Perfect Legend on there, or at the Real Perfect Legend, and also my TikTok is at the Real Perfect Legend.
All right, wicked, man, bro. Thank you very much for taking your time out. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, this video. I hope you lot enjoy it. If you lot enjoyed it, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Give us your thoughts on the stuff that we spoke about. Remember to subscribe to the channel. It's free. Give a thumbs up if you like it. It's also free. We're going to be on to the next video. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.
Simmer down. Simmer now. Couple kicks to your boat. I'm a winner now. Like Eddie with the feet. I'm a killer now. Simmer down. Simmer now.